Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Vanessa of Sova Creations, and this is going to be the second part of our journal, our little journal that we're making here, that's going to have two signatures. We constructed it in the previous video, which I will link below, and I'm gonna put it into the playlist. I think it's called Making a Junk Journal or something like that, but I'll put the playlist below. So here we go. This is the journal, and I want to put these little envelopes in there. I made these. They're like the craft paper envelopes, and I did a little decorating of them, and I really like them, so I want to kind of incorporate them in there somehow. And then I have this fabric that I stamped, which I really like. So I want to put that in there somewhere too. I was actually thinking like what it would look like on the cover, just like in a little corner over here. And I'm not sure. Maybe if I cut it with the, I don't know, I think it's so cute. But I don't think it's like for this journal, you know? I'll find somewhere to use it. Maybe we can make a pocket actually on this. Like a little tuck. Oh yeah, I think that'll be cute. That is what we might do. Might do. I say might because I don't want to commit. So for this I have some tea dyed notebook paper. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that one's kind of torn. We'll use this one. So I have 2 for each signature. We're going to go ahead and kind of sort these out here real quick. Oh, these are the papers I chose for the covers. Let's go ahead and show those real fast. I mean for the signature covers. So there's this one, which I thought was really pretty, and on this side it has these little flowers. And then I chose this one, and on the other side it has like measuring rulers. So we have those. Those are our covers. I think those will look really cute with it. And then I have some avocado dyed paper. Now, I only had long papers that I got from Goodwill when I did this, so it's a little like, we're going to have to cut it down. I do have 2 small ones here, so we'll use 2 of those, and then we'll go ahead and use, I thought I got an even amount, but I did not, so we'll go ahead and use 3 of these ones for each signature, so a total of 5 avocado dyed. Move that out of the way. Okay, so we have 3 avocado dyed plus, no, 4 avocado dyed. Yes, 4 avocado dyed pages. Sorry, this is a bit of a mess. I should have sorted it out before I started. Okay, so we're going to have our 2 piles here. Let me get my pin out of the way that we used in the last one. I did have a blueberry dyed. I thought I had 2. Well, I'm really messing up here today. Okay, so on the bottom, we have our 2 tea dyed papers like this. And then I'm going to add like just the regular paper. And that should be good, I think. And then we have a dictionary page for each, which I have a story to tell about this. I recently rearranged my craft room, and on my bookshelf I have a bunch of like old dictionaries and a bunch of other things, and I was holding it up with this really beautiful glass jar full of crystals and rocks and stuff, and when I took the dictionary out to get these pages, it all came crashing down. The glass jar hit my Cricut. Luckily my Cricut is okay. It does have a chip on the lid, but just a huge mess everywhere. I actually posted a little video to my TikTok. If you guys are interested, Sova Creations is that. So you can kind of see the mess if you're interested. I was just like, oh, I was so bummed out. It was so sad. But lesson learned, use bookends. Don't use glass jars. Okay, so these are some doily pictures. We have these pretty ones out of a birds and bugs book. And I have a ledger paper here, but I only have 1, so. And we have these 2 pages that are actually dyed with Kool-Aid, and 2 craft pages. So this is what we're going to use for each signature, which I think will be a good amount. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 pages. That should be good because it's a small journal. So we have these, and I'm going to go ahead and start folding them. I'm going to fold them and then I'll be... Okay guys, so I went ahead and folded up all our paper and I got them in the order I'm going to want them. I did it backwards. I'm going to put the birds and bugs in the center because I think that's nice. And then we have these, and I made sure to fold it where I'll be cutting off this side. So let's go ahead and I'm going to move one of these out of the way. Let me get my mat back up here. That's the messed up side. Okay. So what we're going to do is measure out how much we need to cut off. So I'll put it up against here, and you can see it right here at the top. We don't want it to poke out. So what we're going to do is get a pen, and we are going to mark it, open it up, mark it about right here, almost towards the end, but not really. And then we're going to mark it, make sure we keep it where it needs to be. Maybe bring it down some now that we have that. We're going to mark it with the, there we go, had to get it to focus, with the edge of the, so essentially we'll just cut off this part right here. So that was easy. Zoom you back out. And I'm just going to cut them both at once, because to me that is the easiest thing to do. Making sure we have the one on top that has the, all right, so I'm gonna, has the mark. So I'm gonna just line it up again, same deal. It's gonna be at the 14 mark. So make sure the lines are lined up with your ruler, and then we're gonna cut. We're gonna have to do it twice, maybe 3 times. There we go. I think my knife could be getting dull too. And then we can save these for something. Okay. Now, I wanna just go ahead and make sure I go back over these folds with my bone folder. And then we will, oh, I think it got a little off. Hold up. Let me just cut this little bit and I'll be back. All right, there we go. We got it. I think it might have slipped a little when I was cutting. All right, I'm just going to line it up with the top of this little strip and go ahead and cut. Hopefully we get it all straight this time. There we go. Trash those. All right, now let's put it inside the folder and make sure it works, or the journal. I don't know why I keep calling it a folder. I do need to trim right here because it is a little uneven. I don't know why it does this to me. I swear, whenever I make a video, that's when it decides to just really mess up. All right, I'm gonna cut that little extra. Okay, yeah, that looks a little better. All right, there we go. So that's good there. Let's go ahead and clear off this little bit of a mess. All right, now our papers. I think the only paper we're gonna have to cut, obviously, are those pink ones there. So what I like to do is I'm just gonna put it all inside and line it up. Hopefully this works because it normally works for me. Actually, I think we're gonna put it all together first. So I put it here backwards, but I'm just gonna
grab it out, line it up, and this will end up being in the order that I want it, the order that I meant it to be in. I'm sorry guys, this video feels like kind of a mess because it's not going as planned, but that's okay, nothing does. Nothing ever goes as planned. That's how I'm learning. Plus, it's a lot harder to do these things because, you know, I have to stand up. Maybe that's why it's kind of getting uneven, because the stand that I bought for my phone to give you guys a good view, yeah, I have to have it up. But that's fine. It's not a big deal to me. I just wish the stuff would come out better.
Okay, so I have that all in, and what I'm going to do is use my bone folder. You can use anything really. The bottom of your scissors works really well. And just make sure I have that all like that. Nice and flat. Put that inside. And I am going to line it up with the cardstock. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut. You can do this differently, you know, you can do piece by piece. If you feel better doing that, like if you feel more comfortable that it'll come out straighter. But I think this works really well. Okay, there we go. We have that done. Now I'm going to do the other one and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got all the signatures folded, cut, and inside. And now what we're going to do is go ahead and sew in our signatures. So what I have been doing on this one is I open it up to the center, like so, and I do put a paper clip on it. Okay, I had to run and get a paper clip real quick. So we'll go ahead and paper clip these down, just like so. And we'll do this to both of the signatures. That way it holds our papers in place. Get to the center. And I just kind of work everything into place when it's like this. We're going to go ahead and paper clip it. And paper clip it. There we go. And now what I'm going to do, this is what I've been doing, is I line them both up like so. And then I'm going to line it up with the middle. Let's see if I can kind of, it's going to be hard to get a good angle actually. Okay, so what I've been doing is I find the center, which is about right here, set it down on the table and poke it through. Just be careful of your fingers. In the center, you don't normally poke through your fingers. It is a little bit of work to get it out, but you can kind of see it poking out there. You just want to make sure you get it through really well. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So we got our center. I think I got a lot more papers this time than I normally do. And then we're going to go right about here. Now this is the scary part because, okay, sometimes it shifts. So what I do is I just put it back through and make sure I get it through this hole here. And then, you know what might be a good idea is if I paper clip this. I've never done that, but that's a good idea. Okay, and then we're going to do it about right here. We're going to do the bottom. Now be careful on this one. I think I was about to say because I have poked myself. Luckily, like, not too bad. Man, this one's giving me some trouble. Yeah, normally isn't that hard. Okay, here we go. We got it coming through. All right, now the top. And we're going to do it about in the same spot on the top, about right there. Okay. So what I do is I kind of try to hold it like this, and that's when you have to be very careful. Okay, I had to stop recording for a second so I could just get that through. All right, we got the holes, all three of our holes, and we're going to use this embroidery floss I had, or embroidery thread. I had a pink one, but I'm not sure where it is. So this is the one we're going to use. And you're going to go 3, 1, 2, 3. Cut it. Not sure if you saw me cut it, but let's bring you back up. I forgot I brought you down some. Okay, here's my messy desk. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and grab, I have my needles over here. I think I want this one. Okay, and you want to make sure you can get all these strings through. So I kind of hold them all the way at the top and it goes in pretty easily. All right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to sew in one at a time. My back first. So go ahead and put the needle through the paper and then push it through the back. I think this is called a 3-hole pamphlet stitch is what I've heard people call it. Okay, So, and I just leave a little bit of the string hanging down here. Then we're going to go up through the top. And this one can be a little difficult, so I just put it through this hole here, open it up, and then find my way to here. And there you go. Sometimes it just wants to be difficult. And then we're going to go all the way down to the bottom hole. And sometimes it can get a little stuck on your paper. Make sure we're getting it through the right one. Okay, down here in the bottom, push it through, pull it all the way. You kind of want it tight, not to where you're going to tear your pages. Okay, and then we get it through here again. At this point, I kind of just pull it out some like this. And then put it in here. And try not to get it through your other embroidery, your other thread that you already have here, which I think I just did. Did I or no? Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. I think I did because it's doing something weird. Hold on. Okay guys, I went ahead and paused it because that was driving me a little crazy. I don't understand what was happening because I looked at it and it wasn't through the other embroidery floss, and so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. And I went straight through, and we're gonna tie it 3 times, and yeah, it worked. So there was nothing wrong with it. It wasn't going through it. And then we're going to trim this. I like to leave the excess hanging down. That kind of was stressful, I'll tell you. So if you come across that problem, just know that just take your time. Don't get stressed out, because I just got stressed out from that. But it's okay. We got it. But I tend to get stressed really easily. I don't know about you guys, but it's like if something's not going the way I need it to, it stresses me out. Because it's, you know, you think it's going to go smoothly and it doesn't. And like right now, there's a knot in this. I'm just going to cut that off. Save myself some time. I can unknot it and use it in another one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, snip it. And then we are going to thread our needle again, and then I'll show you how I sew it in. Okay, I threaded the needle. Move all this out of the way. Of course, we're going to go through the same one, and what we're going to do is we need to find, I think you guys can see it right here where the hole is, and we're going to go ahead and go through that same hole. And avoid going through the other embroidery floss or thread. What is this? Okay, so we're through there, and we do want to leave that at the end here. And then what we're going to do is go in through this hole again, like so. Find our holes here. Hold on, we want to make sure we got our, yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure I had my papers the right way and that I didn't mix it up, because then you have a problem. It's not gonna line up correctly. All right, let's go back through this one, the same hole. And I know I must not have measured this correctly. You guys, I'm seriously, I know what I'm doing, I swear. This is being a little difficult on me today, though. I mean, I've made so many of these, and I haven't had this sort of trouble, but, well, I've made like 5. All right, let's go back through the same hole. And I forgot to say this on the other one, but you want to make sure that you have 1 string on one side of it and 1 string on the other side. And we're going to pull it tight, not too tight. We go 1, and then we flip this way and go over again, and then flip this way and go over 1 more time. Okay, and then I like to line it up with the string that I already have right here, and I'll cut it to that length. And let's take our paper clips off and fold it down. Everything's added up and even. We're folding it, we're squishing it. And then I take my bone folder and I kind of push it this way. Luckily, even with all the trouble it gave me, we did pretty good. So let me go ahead. I'm going to clean up the desk a little and then we're going to pick some string to tie it. Okay guys, so I have all my ribbons in this really beautiful basket. Isn't it so pretty? And we're going to go ahead and choose one that we think goes really well with this. I kind of like this one. But I also have all this from my scrap cabin shop. The seam binding. Actually, I think I like the green. That one looks way better. So we're going to use that. I just end up taking it out of the package so I can find the end. There we go. There's the end. Right there. I just like to make sure everything's kind of even. We're going to cut it. Put that back in there. Tie it off. Oh, before I tie it off, let me show you guys. I've realized I forgot to put the envelopes in. So I just kind of laid them over the side, which is nice too because you can always paper clip them in. Let me show you this really cute paper clip that I made with a bunny. The same bunny it's the same bunny that's on here. So you could always just open it up, paper clip it on. That's really cute. I love that bunny. It's my favorite stamp right now. So, okay, let's go ahead and tie it off. I kind of want to pick a charm for it, but I think this will look fine just like this. Okay, and there we have it. Now, these, I have been setting up some journaling kits for, you know, like for just starting out. So I've been including one of these journals, like some journaling cards, some altered paper clips like this, some cute like girl stickers, and a few other things. A baggie full of like little charms and stuff, kind of similar to this here, but it has more like beads and stuff inside it. But yeah, so I'm going to be adding this one to my Etsy shop sometime today or tomorrow if you guys are interested. Yeah, you can go check it out. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, everyone.